Hey guys, it's Rachel here. So excited to be filming right now. I'm back at it again with an acting video. So this week I'm going to be talking about something you guys ask me a lot about all the time. Today we're going to talk about how to manage acting and school. Usually two things that don't really go together very well, let me tell you. You have to find a mix between the two to kind of make them work in your life if you're in high school. You go to public school, you go to school every day. Sometimes it can be hard of fulfilling your dreams of becoming an actor if you have school in the way. Maybe you're thinking about joining a theater production at your school, but you're trying to figure out how to manage homework, or you're wanting to get into film acting, which can be difficult with trying to get to auditions during the school day and the hours that they tell you that you can audition. It can be difficult. Trust me. I feel you. I have dealt with this the past few years that I've been in both forms of those acting and somehow managed to do it. Plus, I just graduated high school. So I figured it was about time to make this video for you all, and I think I've learned a bit throughout my past, I don't know, 13 years in school or whatever. So today I'll show you my best tips on how you can put lots of effort and lots of love into acting while still getting straight A's. Woo! So like I said, for film acting, to be specific, usually if you get an audition, you go to your agency to film it. Usually the audition time is somewhere between like 12 and 3 or 12 to 4. Right during school hours. I know it's so annoying and it frustrates me because I want to be able to go in and film at my agency and get the best instructions and everything, but sometimes that's not possible with school. You can't just skip all the time to go to your audition. So unless you are like homeschooled or you're willing to skip, that can be a problem. But what happens if you sign with an agency and that's how you're getting your auditions? They will usually ask you to come in and film it rather than like a live audition. Most of the time with an agent, it's just come into the office and film it and we'll send it off to the client for you. But even if they don't straight out say it, ask if you can film it yourself and send it in. I do this quite often. In fact, I don't even know the last time I've been to my agency to actually film an audition for them. I literally send auditions in all the time. I send them in constantly whenever I get them. That way you don't have to skip school or rush it or anything with worrying or anything. That way you can just take your time, film a nice video and get it out to them just as nice quality as if you would, you know, film it there. I actually have a video all about self-taping auditions. It's titled Self-Taping Auditions 101, and that gives you the whole rundown on filming your best audition that would hopefully get you the job to portray yourself the best, and best equipment, best lighting to use, best everything. So if you'd like to check out that video, I'll link it right here so you can go watch it if you want to get some tips on that. Now, as far as booking film and television and commercial roles and stuff like that, which can potentially happen, you might have to go and travel somewhere to do that role. You know, depending on if it's by you or not, you might have to travel far or a little bit to get there, and that can happen quite often. You know, that's just what it is. That is your decision if you have time to, you know, skip and go, and hopefully the shoot is on a weekend, which has happened to me. It just happens to be on a Saturday or whatever, so you can not have to miss school. Obviously there's no way around that, so just keep that in mind that, you know, an audition that you film in your free time may result in a job that you don't have time to be in. So definitely consider that. As you guys have seen in my multiple behind the scenes vlogs, I have done multiple theater productions within my past 4 years of high school. If you're doing a theater production through your school or whatever, it honestly shouldn't be too difficult to keep up with your schoolwork and your homework and stuff. Usually the rehearsals for school theater, I'm sure, are not that long. At least I'm just speaking from experience. Until, you know, a couple weeks until the show, then it gets more rigorous. Sorry, I cannot, you know, pronounce words today. But honestly, what I do, just bring your homework with you to rehearsal and work on it whenever there's free time. Obviously, it depends on your role. If you're like on stage a lot or practicing a lot, you know what I mean? But if you think that you might have some free time, and even if you just have a tad bit of free time, just bring that work and be working on it, girl. Just do it in your downtime as much as you can. And as for memorizing lines and stuff like that, what I like to do is if I have like a lot of homework what to do that night, but I'm like, I have to get in these lines. Like, maybe do some of your homework. Obviously, school comes first. I know, school comes first. But do some of your homework, and then maybe memorize a few lines at a time. Then do more of your homework and memorize a few lines. I guess the good thing about memorizing lines is you usually have a good period of time to do them with theater. Maybe you're rehearsing for 3 months before the show. Now, that does not mean memorize your lines, or try to cram in memorizing your lines the week before the show. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. If you think that is the case, then make sure you do pace yourself, memorize on the weekends, do a little bit in between your homework like I said, or even make a little schedule. I've done that before, like make a schedule for what lines you need to learn what day. Maybe you can add your homework in there so you know what you got to do each day, and you can kind of manage your time. That is the biggest thing, just managing your time, knowing what you have to do every day, what rehearsal you have to go to every day, and kind of play that into a little schedule, either in your brain or on paper, and just know what you have to do so you're not stressed out. You will be able to make it work. So, I hope this video gave you a tip or two on how to manage school and acting. I tried to talk about film and theater because you guys ask about both of them, and I figured you guys are probably interested in both. A lot of you are. From my comments, that's what I see on the comments. So I tried to talk about tips for both because I have experience in both, more theater than film though. But yeah. I hope this video did help you guys out a little bit. If it did, or you liked this video, give this video a thumbs up down below. Give it a like. Also comment down below any video requests or questions about this topic, or any acting general question, or in general, whatever you want to ask. Leave that down below. Subscribe to this channel for acting videos. I try to upload once a week, and I'm so excited for this summertime to start making some more content for you guys. So make sure that you do leave those requests down below and subscribe so you'll see all my new videos that I will be having coming out soon. And with all that said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!